reaction, I guess, to Johni's injury, and I guess I feel like we asked you this a few weeks ago with his shoulder, but seems like avoided worst case scenario in terms of an outlook for him. What was your reaction to that?
For me, at first, I just thought it was a regular ankle roll until I saw that he couldn't, put any pressure on his foot. I immediately started praying for him and hoping for the best. But, next man up mentality. We know he's going to be back soon, and just got to weather the storm.
I mean, he stepped on my ankle or on my foot, so it's like I kind of feel a little at fault for that. Probably should have been doing a better job boxing out, but strong guy, he keeps it out first. Like Dylan said, we've been praying for him. Just hope for the best. Know he's gonna be back soon, so we just gotta continue to do the things we know we need to do in order to win, and we need to get back, be a better team.
All right, Peter, and then Ferg.
Another one for both of y'all. Kind of, what was y'all's reaction to y'all being number one in the rankings, and is that something that you guys talk about or really put much value into?
I mean, I think I just saw when I was at the chiropractor, so it just, giving God all the glory, because without him, I wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be able to have this platform that we have today. So just make sure we give him all the glory. I'm thankful to be a part of the #1 team. I could say that to my kids. I was a part of Auburn's #1 ranked team in the country, so definitely a blessing.
Yeah, same thing what he said. First of all, glory to God. Being #1's cool. It really doesn't change who we are. It doesn't change our MO. We have a lot of places we need to improve on offensive rebounding, being more physical as a team. There's something in the road for us. #1's cool, but it's good. We can't hang a band with #1. And so that's kind of what I want to preach to these guys. I've been #1 before, but it doesn't really mean much. Just a little number by the name.
For both of you guys, South Carolina, final 5 minutes, didn't score a point. Both of y'all made some really big blocks and stops there. What was the key to locking down? Because they were doing really well early on against y'all.
Man, just locking in. I want to give a big shout out to Chaney over here. We had a 4-5 switch when I was on Colin Murray Boyles. Colin Murray threw a lob to Nick Pringle's one of the better athletes in the SEC. And, I call him, my nickname for him is God's greatest athlete, goes up there and snatches it down. And talk about a momentum stopper. That play really saves, that possession really saves our, us walking out there with a dub. And so I'm just grateful that our team kind of stepped up in Johni's absence, but it just shows you how dangerous we can be. We let up 23 points in 20 minutes at an away game, which is kind of hard to see in the second half. That's not something you really see. You usually see teams that score 40 points, score 30 points. They score more than they're going to score in the first half, but we shut them down in the second half, which is a true testament to how deep we are the team and how good our defense is.
Nathan, and then B-Mac.
Chaney, last season for you when Jalen went out and you came into the lineup, you played really well. I guess just, you stepping up with Johni potentially out for a little bit. What do you think you're going to have to do with that opportunity for you guys to continue to succeed?
I'll just say just being more locked in. When Jalen got hurt and I knew I was going to step up big time for Georgia, the night before, me and my trainer had Bible study. We were just talking about the things that God has blessed me to do, and just make sure I'm keeping God first and make sure I'm doing everything I need to do to be the greatest I can be. So I just say just being more physical, being more confident, and just being more smarter with a couple of decisions I make on the court. I can't be making stupid fouls and being overly physical. I gotta play a lot smarter than I have been.
And Brian, and then Ferg.
Dylan, how nice is it if Johni can't go to have a player like Chaney to come off and possibly start?
It's great. This team is the utmost, belief and confidence in him. He's the hardest worker we've had in my tenure here. He's a great athlete, very confident dude. Playing him 1-on-1 and 2-on-2, he's probably the best player you're going to play against, probably in life in general. And so, obviously, he just has to buy into that for himself. He laughs at it, but the time we were playing 2-on-2 in the summer, I recall, and man, Johni and I, we always talk trash to him, just for fun, just keep him on his toes. But we had a conversation outside of that, just talking about how great he is and how dangerous he is, and he just unlocks that confidence. He can truly be unstoppable. The sky's the limit for someone like Chaney, who can guard 1 through 5, who can dribble the ball coast to coast, who can pass, who can shoot fadeaways, make tough shots. There's nothing this guy can't do in the court, and I feel like this opportunity he has and the opportunity the Lord's given him, he's gonna make the most of it. No, thank you.
Chaney, what stands out to you about Mississippi State as you guys get ready for them and kind of the matchup they provide?
I say they play fast. They're real talented in the guard position. I mean, I think in that loss to Kentucky, they shot 40-some threes, so they can shoot the ball real well. They're one of the more physical teams in the SEC. So I'll just say that they have talented guards. Hubbard, of course, we played him 3 times last year, and he did a pretty good job. So just keying in on their key players and just trying to be the more physical team and the tougher team, the most excited team to play.
And then Jerry, and then Jeff.
Dylan, this also could be an opportunity for Jaheim and Jakai maybe to get more minutes, more rotations. How helpful could that be for them and maybe for you guys to expanding that rotation down the stretch?
Well, I mean, it kind of gives them the opportunity they lost earlier in the season. And those guys, the message has kind of been told to them is just stay right and stay ready. We always told as a team, someone can go down with injury, God forbid, and we see Giant going down twice, and so I'm excited for Turtle, who has stayed right and stayed ready. He has gotten in the gym, he has worked hard on his conditioning, he has worked hard. The coach doesn't remember him played, and so I'm really excited for him to step up and get some minutes. He came in clutch when I was in foul trouble, when James was in foul trouble last game, and though y'all might have not seen his impact, he did a great job on the ball screens. He was very physical in his minutes. He played a good job. And then Jakai, I mean, it's not gonna be talked about enough of that 3-pointer he hit in the second half against South Carolina. I mean, I told him that excuse my language, but he has big balls. Like I always like to get the freshmen because they do stuff that freshmen don't do, especially with Todd making us free throws. But I mean, you got Jakai have a tough catch on an under out of bounds. And I mean, when he shot it, there's no way he shot that. I told Todd, there's no way he shot that. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way he made it. I'm not doubting Jakai, but I mean that takes some serious cojones to shoot that shot. And I feel like that shot really need that shot when he made it. And so we have 2 great freshmen, but I'm excited for Jakai as well. Like I said, a guy that lost his opportunity early in the season. We're gonna get it back and show the world he's best athlete outside of Chaney Johnson.
And then Jerry, and then Jeff with the last one.
Dylan, you spoke on the team rebounding numbers. Going into this next stretch of conference play, how do you feel like you guys can improve that category?
Man, at some point we just got one more. That's all it's going to boil down to. I mean, there's a stat. The BP told us that South Carolina's the 14th worst offensive rebounding team in the SEC. And I mean, they punked us. And so at some point it's got to click. At some point you're gonna be like, my man can't get the ball. At some point you got to just draw a foul. It's going to one more. And so we're going to be battle tested this little gauntlet we got coming up.
If Johni is unable to go and both of you would figure to play more minutes, how do you draw the line between being physical, which you mentioned the importance of, and staying on the court and not getting in foul trouble? How challenging is that?
Well, I think with me, my biggest thing is just being in the right spot at the right time. I just so happen to be a tad bit late, like maybe by a foot or a step, just late. And I realize that SEC is one of the better athletic conferences in the country. And so at any given moment, you get up on a poster. And so with me, I try to jump first. And I realize that no one's going to jump. No one's going to jump with me. And so just make sure I'm taking off the ground, no matter how good of an athlete is coming at me. Just being there and being taken off the ground and just trusting, a wall up, a 2-point layup rather than, trying to contest and get a highlight block. It's not worth it, especially with our lack of depth in the front court. It's just not worth it anymore.
I say with me, just being smarter. Like I reach a lot. I reach way too much for Bruce don't like it, my teammates don't like it. So just being smarter and just not really trying to overdo too many things. Just making sure I'm in the right spot at the right time and just using my length to my advantage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.